All right, guys, welcome back. We think we found out a fix for my mini bike for the forks. The place we talked about in a previous video they've got all kind of scooters and mopeds and stuff like that. So is what we did was we found it's called a Eton Beamer moped, and it has the same size diameter forks for this Baja Warrior. Check it out. This right here is the factory Baja fork. You can tell mine was leaking. This is the one off of the moped. Now, up top, this top cap, it was probably a quarter of an inch all the way around bigger. So what we did was we grinded it down on a bench grinder. And check them out. Show how it slides up in there. Now, we have that spread apart so we can slide out. And let's see if I can get it to where you can tell. You can tell it bottoms out way past where, there's plenty enough grip for this. So all we have to do is just do a little bit more adjusting. The big hole here at the bottom for the axle, we do have to drill that out. So let us do a few more tweaking and get these in, and we'll show you an update on it.
We got them mounted up. As you can see, we got them all the way up to the paint where we indexed them to make sure we had enough into the shaft going up into these collars so it would actually have something to tighten down and buckle to in here. We did have to make a shim. It was out of a 12 gauge roofing tin. That's all we had at the time just for testing. So we cut the shims about 1.5 inches wide and wrapped them around on the inside just to give this a little extra bite to pull down and tighten down the clamp too. Now we're just waiting to get a drill bit so we can run through here, open it up so this factory axle here can go through. Now once we get the tire mounted, the wheel mounted, once we get this set in there, then we'll be able to make sure we won't have any clearance problems back here on the bottom of this strut. We may have to add another shim just like what's on the from the factory. Let me take one off.
And this is gonna set the tire forward maybe 1 inch, but just a little bit more
See, that shim
wheelbase
inside of here should give it enough clearance that we won't have any interference on that strut. So hopefully we can get this drilled out, get it mounted up, and we'll be riding pretty soon.
10-fold. Just that shot towards me just a tad. There you go.
These fork tubes are aluminum, so drill bits you can throw them pretty quick. It'll be a simple job putting this together. Hopefully.
test fit. And that's a 5/8 drill bit we used.
Where's the bushings? You got them on?
Yeah, I got 'em.
We should put some more bushings on it.
Let's just tighten it and see what it'll do. Remember what size that is?
18 and 11/36. 18 and 3/4.
No, it's pulling together.
It's too deep for itself. Like a charm.
Like it's supposed to.
Let's see what the suspension feels like.
As you can see, like we said earlier, it was going to set that front tire forward. We can always adjust that if we need to.
I think we got a winner, folks.
Alright guys, we got it all put together. We'll take it for a test run, see how it goes. Seems to be doing alright.
How's the travel? Does it feel like it's bottoming out, or?
No, it doesn't seem like it's bottoming out. I think that's about as far as it's going down. That little mark right there. I hear it rattling, but I think that is still from the torque converter. I think that was the same little rattle I heard before. Or this. I think that's what I'm hearing. Now you can tell the front tire is forward. You can tell that riding, but it's not that big of a deal. But it rides good. I mean, it rides straight for what we paid for these forks. I don't think we did bad, especially when they don't make these forks for these things anymore. Or, you know, if you have to do the warranty work. But like I said, mine didn't have the warranty, so I couldn't have free forks put on.
Didn't you say you found them online somewhere? And
Right.
what kind of bike they come off of?
Like we said previously, it's an Eton Beamer moped. I found them brand new on eBay. They're like $40. I'll put a link in the description of where to get these at. Like we said, we had to make a shim to go inside the shaft. Uh, that wasn't very hard, and also had to drill the holes down here for the axle. We used a 5/8 drill bit. It had a little play, but the factory forks had a little play too. Shouldn't be any problems. But
So with minor modifications and around $40, you can have the part shipped to your house that will correct the problem on the Baja front suspension dilemma.
yes, we have figured it out. I know there's a lot of people that come up with different ways that you got to do some fabricating, change the whole funky the whole thing, the whole front of the bike is what I tried to say. But so yeah, hopefully this will help everybody. We kind of just went with it. Like I said, there's a guy in town that has all kind of scooters, mini bike, well not really mini bikes, but the mini choppers, go-karts and everything. And that's where we got these from. So hopefully this will help y'all out. That's what we try to do with this channel, is just show people how to work on these bikes and stuff like this, help other people out. So we got a little surprise for you too at the end of the video, so stay tuned. All right, one other thing I wanted to add with these forks, these shocks, whatever you want to call them, they ride a whole lot better than the factory Baja shocks because it came off of a road scooter. It's a lot softer. So I just wanted to add that in there. Here's another look for anybody that's thinking about wanting to do this. That's the same axle shaft, the same bushings or spacers, whatever you want to call them, off of the factory front end. Like we said before, all we did was drill the holes and slide it through there and tighten it up. So if y'all have any questions on this, just leave comments down below. We'll ask them as quick as we can. Also, we are on the Mini Baja and Coleman Facebook pages. Also the 212 Predator pages. So if you see us on there, ask us questions about this. And so like I said, please stay tuned. We've got a little surprise for you coming at the end of the video.
Ate him a tree right quick. The pegs don't play. So here goes that surprise everybody was waiting to see. She's a little beaut. That'll be our next project. May do away with that 2.5 and go ahead and jump up to a Predator. We'll see in the upcoming films. All right, on this little MX-80 here, I'm just putting the carburetor back on it. Took it apart and give it a full wash down inside and out. Clean the jet, emulsifier, and all of the ports and lines. Just getting it put back together. These two little 8mm holds it on. This thing's such a baby after working on 212 so much, or the bigger clones. Everything's 10s and up. This one here has got a lot of 8s on it, but it's a baby.
Yeah, little baby motorcycle.
So, letting it breathe a little better, I went ahead and took that air filter cover there, knocked a few holes in it, tried to make it look uniform. Didn't want to put too many big holes in it so it wouldn't clog up with anything, foreign debris or whatnot. This little bike probably won't see a lot of off-roading. It'll be just riding around and maybe some film document. This might be our film bike. There you go.
Yeah, that's what you say now. So.
Yeah. This thing, I picked it up off a marketplace. Went up yesterday morning, Sunday morning. I texted a guy before church. He said he had a guy coming to look at it after church and whatnot. And I told him if he was serious, he really wanted to get rid of it, I could come before church. That's not saying don't go to church, folks. Everybody should go to church. Unless you got a good deal on a mini bike and you skip that day, but you better go next Sunday. Anyway, I went ahead and went and picked it up. Went to the guy's house, and after talking to him for a few minutes, this guy was probably in his upper 60s, maybe early 70s, and he bought this thing brand new for his grandkids, which I would assume are real young, because he replaced this with a little Chinese four-wheeler. And when I got it here to the house, right here on this throttle linkage, I noticed I already taken it out now, but on this throttle linkage, he had the governor screw screwed all the way in as far as it would go. So when I looked at the throttle movement, the only movement you had was about that much throttle. So this bike has spent its entire life putting around a driveway with little 2 or 3 year old kids on it. But I think that's going to change because we're going to wake it up. As you see, I've already taken that screw completely out so I can get full throttle on this thing. I got full motion throttle. I'm going to have a little altercation of this spring take place here in just a minute. And I'll let you see what we've got going on. Stay tuned.
Alright guys, I hope you liked today's video. Hopefully everything with the forks can help anybody out. If you got any questions, like I said, leave comments down below. We should have some more exciting videos coming for you soon. So please like and subscribe. Leave comments down below. Enjoy your day.